Hey. Last time, on the DragonBorn's burden. Last time, Dex followed a mysterious note from Ustengrav to the Sleeping Giant Inn, where an unassuming innkeeper revealed herself as Delphine. One of the last blades, she spoke of dragons not merely returning, but being raised from the dead, and warned that something far older and darker was at work. Together, they traveled to Kyna's Grove, arriving just in time to witness the impossible. From the burial mound, Alduin himself descended from the sky, his voice shaking the land as he resurrected a fallen dragon before Dex's eyes. As Alduin vanished into the clouds, the newly risen dragon turned on them. Dex stood his ground, facing fire and fury, and struck the beast down. When its soul flowed into him, there was no doubt left. The legends were true. The World Eater had returned, and the burden of the Dragonborn had only just begun.
You are weak. We will make you stronger!
Dex!
Who you choose, Dragonborn?
Wake up.
I woke to the smell of herbs and smoke, the low crackle of a fire somewhere nearby. For a moment, I thought I was still dreaming, caught between worlds. Every breath reminded me I'd absorbed something no mortal body was ever meant to hold. I tried to sit up, a hand pressed gently against my shoulder.
Don't.
Oni stood in the room with me, armor set neatly against the wall, hair pulled back, eyes sharp and tired in the only way worry can make them. Oni! For a heartbeat, I forgot where I was. Forgotten dragons. Forgotten Alduin. Forgotten destiny.
You always did have a talent for collapsing at the worst possible moments.
The last time I'd seen her was in Cyrodiil, standing in the doorway of my home. She stayed behind to watch over it, over everything I'd left. I remembered the way neither of us said what we should have, how we never needed to. I thought you were still in Cyrodiil.
I was, until the story started.
Stories of a man shouting dragons from the sky, of a warrior collapsing after a battle of Kynesgrove.
I packed my things without hesitation, locked the door behind me, and followed the rumors north. I arrived just in time to find you here, unconscious.
Embarrassing, but it's really good to see you.
If you are happy to see me, then trust me enough to tell me what troubles.
By the gods, where do I even begin? Long story short, Mother's stories are all true.
Those stories are why I'm here, to see you through it.
Oni, there were things happening to me that I'm not sure I'm prepared for.
Then tell me what you know, and we'll decide how to act together.
I filled Oni in on everything that has happened to me since coming to Skyrim. Being captured, the dragon attack, and the nightmares.
She always said the power would cost you. I didn't understand what she meant until I saw you like that.
That hurt more than the wounds. My mother's stories had always lingered between us growing up. Tales of dragons, curses, and a fate I never wanted. Blue Oni had listened too, sitting beside me, pretending not to believe while memorizing every word.
You are becoming something.
Yes, and this something I'm not sure I can keep you safe from.
And this struggle, it is what Serenia prepared you for. What we both must face together. Oh, and Lydia left this note for you.
My Thane, I have gone ahead to Whiterun to speak with the Jarl. You need proper quarters. A place to rest, plan, and recover. This is not a request. It is necessary. I will return once it is arranged. Do not do anything reckless in my absence.
Let's go speak to Delphine. Delphine filled in what I couldn't remember, After Alduin raised the dragon, after the fight, I'd fallen hard. Too much power, too fast. Delphine didn't give us much time. She spoke of the Thalmor, of secrets, lies, and a party at the embassy where answers hid behind wine and silk. An infiltration, with no armor and no weapons. Blue Oni raised an eyebrow.
You've never been good at subtle.
She wasn't wrong. Let's keep our heads low. Looks like the politics I was telling you about's happening here again.
Then let us find this winking skeever. The less we expose ourselves in the open, the better.
Delphine's plan sounded simple when she said it out loud. That should have been my first warning. Attend a party, blend in, don't bring weapons. The last part came with a man. She described him as a nervous, shifty dude. His name was Malborn, and he was going to be located at the Winking Skeever in Solitude. Wait here. I'm going to speak to him alone.
Trust your instincts, but trust me more. I'll be nearby.
Malborn was clearly nervous. His hands were shaking. Handing over my gear felt wrong in a way I can't properly describe. My sword, my armor, the things that had kept me alive through dragons and Draugr, all passed into the hands of a man whose confidence could be best described as theoretical. I'll put it somewhere safe, he promised. Define safe, I said. He was already walking away.
We should proceed to the stables. Delphine awaits, and I would rather face the Thalmor than her ire.
We met Delphine at the stables, where she gave me the clothes that I'd be wearing.
Guess that'll have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth.
The night of the party, I wore fine clothes that felt more like chains than armor.
Hey Dex, after you left Cyrodiil, I did learn some new things on my own. A new spell called Self-Destruct.
Sounds ominous. What's it do?
I don't know. Haven't used it yet.
Oni's notorious for saying things like that. Wish me luck. Don't self-destruct. Oni disappeared into the snow as the plan unfolded, moving unseen through shadows meant for someone far less capable. Inside the embassy, every smile felt like a blade. I listened, I watched, I waited.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Inside, the embassy was warm, bright, and filled with laughter that didn't reach anyone's eyes. Elves in polished armor moved through the room like predators pretending to be hosts. Wine flowed, conversations drifted. Every word felt like it had been rehearsed. I smiled, nodded, pretended I belonged. That, oddly enough, was the hardest part. I stayed amongst the guests, listening, piecing together fragments. The Thalmor talked about containment, about control, about dragons the way a scholar talks about fire. Fascinated, terrified, convinced it should obey rules. Then I saw her, Elowen. She moved through the crowd like she owned the air itself, smile sharp, eyes colder than the snow outside. When she stopped in front of me, I felt the weight of her attention like a blade resting against my throat.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
I introduced myself as Dex Valora, and that I was here only for the wine.
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the alpha wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arinthia Red?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Lately, I can scarcely feed the staff and...
Eventually, Delphine's plan snapped into motion. A distraction.
Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make.
Raised voices, accusations, guards pulling attention away at just the right moment. I slipped out of the party and into the darker halls beyond, where the embassy stopped pretending to be polite.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up.
Do you know how many men
I fought through corridors and shadows. Below the party were dungeons, cold, damp, and silent, except for whispers. Prisoners huddled in cells, fear thick in the air. In the dungeon was two more Thalmor. I snuck past them and located a chest that contained reports, dossiers, and careful observations. The truth stared back at me in ink and parchment. The Thalmor weren't raising Alduin. They weren't controlling him. They were watching him, studying him, fearing him. The knowledge hit harder than any blow. If the Thalmor were afraid, then whatever Alduin was doing stood beyond politics, beyond war, beyond anything Skyrim was prepared for. I had gotten what I came for, but when I tried to leave, my pathway was blocked by an escort.
He's got to be here somewhere.
Among them was Malborn, captured, bruised, eyes wide with panic when he saw me.
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life.
You want to get out of here?
Yeah, sure.
With Malborn in tow, we fled through the reeking cave. Cutting our way into the cold night as the embassy burned behind us. Snow swallowed our tracks. The mountain air tasted clean compared to the lies we left behind. The Thalmor had answers. They just weren't the ones we needed. Dragonborn, no longer guessing, no longer hidden. And as the embassy smoldered behind us, I understood something with chilling clarity. The war for Skyrim wasn't approaching. It had already begun.
Slayer of dragons,